If you're waiting for mortgage rates to improve, this is what you need to know. Happy Friday. Brian Manning with the weekly update. Let's get right to it. So this week we got PCE, personal consumption expenditure. The headline inflation number came back at 4.1%, but the core rate's 3.4. That looks high, but there's another inflation number that the Federal Reserve is starting to pay close attention to, thanks to Kevin Warsh. It's called the Dallas Fed Trimmed Mean. So what that does, it takes inflation and it removes the highest 31% and the lowest 24% of price changes. It really filters out the noise and it shows us what is inflation without the wild swings in there. So if we look at this number, that showed an increase of 2.4%, which is up from 2.3% the prior month. That's much closer to the Federal Reserve's 2% target. If underlying inflation continues moving in this direction, it could create a favorable environment and it would allow mortgage rates to move lower. So I'm really curious for us to watch, what does this Dallas trim means look at over time? How does that inflation number move? And if it's moving favorably, that will have an impact on mortgage rates. It's really good to see Kevin Warsh in there in the Federal Reserve right now. It's great to see them actually making some changes, looking at information, data points and numbers. It just feels like the Federal Reserve is kind of old and antiquated with what they're looking at. I mean, just look at this example. PCE came back higher than expected. You're looking at rates of the inflation there at 3s and 4s, but then you look at the Dallas trim means, and that came back at 2.4. I do think there's some value in trimming out the noise, like the Dallas trim means does. It gets away volatility from like oil, price swings, tariffs, etc. So really good to see this. Great to see. Happy Friday. I'm around all weekend. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm available 7 days a week, 8 to 8. Give me a call.